Welcome to Faith Alive in 5, the 5-minute gospel. Now here's your host, Dr. Faye.
How many of you believe in miracles? How many of you have ever experienced a miracle? And you know, with beyond a shadow of a doubt, it was a miracle. Maybe you've had a miracle and you didn't even recognize it as a miracle. You thought it was your own strength, your own wisdom, your own good looks that caused it to manifest. I know that we can really get into our ego and pride and think that it's us that's doing the work. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, the breath that you're breathing is not even yours. It is on loan. And we know that because it can be taken away. Yes, it's a borrowed breath, and that borrowed breath is only temporary. And that Spirit of God that's breathing through us, let me tell you something. He is a jealous God, and he will have no other God before him. And many times we'll set ourselves up for disappointment because we give ourselves so much credit for being so smart and being so brilliant and our genius. And we are, because we have Christ within us. We have the life of God within us. But we want to separate ourselves too much from the source. We talked about the resources, using your resources, your books, your mentors, your coaches. And I'm a resource for many people, especially Christian women professionals and leaders, helping them to 10x their reach, to fund their missions, and to accelerate their growth in the marketplace, because we need women to own their power and to come out of silence. Miracles happen every day. Every day. I consider it a blessing and a privilege to be able to share with you right here. I don't look at this as something separate from God. I look at this as a tool that God has placed within my hands in order to do what I am passionate about doing, and that is multimedia, reaching people using the technology that's available in every way possible. As I coach women, I'm finding more and more how many women are so resourceful and have the tools resident within them and are shying away from it because they're afraid of what others may think. It's a miracle to have a voice to speak. It's a miracle to have the technology to help to amplify that voice in some way. While I'm on television with our television shows, I'm watching how that continues to change. And I pray for miracles that it will change in our favor, because we need these tools right now, more now than ever before. This local radio station, that is a miraculous working tool. It is a miracle to still have a station in our community, and we totally support and celebrate that. We want to use every tool. I'm encouraging you to use the tools that God has graced you with. Those are miracles in your hand, waiting for you to use them. There are people who will not hear me, but they will hear you. And they're waiting for you to show up. Show up in your true self. Show up in your authenticity. Show up and be true to your story and your testimony. The Bible says we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimony. We overcome by sharing our story with others. I have story upon story upon story about being raised in a small rural community, about expanding and being able to travel to the mission fields of both East and West Africa, spent some time in Paris. I've treaded the courts of London. I know that there are people all over the world who are hungry for truth, and you're hungry. Been from East Coast to West Coast, staging on stages and conference rooms and events, because I love empowering people. And listen, you belong. You belong on stage. You belong globally. I don't know whether it's global for you is just sharing your heart with your neighbor. Global for you is sharing what your truths in a book. Global for you may be singing the song that's in your heart in church. Global for you may be finally grabbing the microphone and taking the pulpit. I don't know what that means for you, but I believe that when you open your mouth, you become global, because words go out and they don't come back. Come on. Yes, God said, my word that goes forth out of my mouth, it shall accomplish that which I please and prosper where it's being sent. I want you to own your bigness. I want you to think from that place of miraculous, because you are a miracle. You yourself are the miracle that's waiting to happen in someone's life. Feel that right now. Say, I am the miracle that's waiting to appear in someone's life. Own that today, because it is true. I'm Dr. Faye, your pastor coach, and I look forward to meeting you in one of our workshops, seminars, conferences, or as your own one-on-one coach. You can reach me at coach@drfaye.com. That's coach@drfaye.com. Love you, kisses and hugs. Remember, the calling is a gift, but the choice is yours. I pray that you have a bountiful year.
Thank you for tuning in to today's broadcast. Dr. Faye would love hearing from you. Contact her today at 870-860-9758 or email coach@drfaye.com. And remember, the calling is a gift, but the choice is yours.